keep rapping, yo.
yo,
I'm going live. You can keep talking, but we're not officially starting. But go ahead. I'm listening to you.
um, yeah, pick, players or whatever. I don't think this one that I just put together on Smack because I just put a dollar on it and I went crazy on like 15 games for real. So I know that shit
Right.
not gonna Smack. But the first four legs hit within like the first 3 innings.
Dang.
Like,
How many legs is the parlay?
um, but like I said, I picked every game, so I know it's not really gonna hit. It was just me saying some new shit like, "Oh, let me try this with a dollar or whatever for real, see how it play out." And I mean, if I fine tune it and I pick five, six of them, and I put 10, $20 on it, that shit, yeah. I mean, like you don't even need them to hit a home run, but you're on the board, and I think that's good. That they good odds for that type of shit for real. I don't know why they well, I know why they doing it because niggas gonna go for the motherfucking the plus whatever people steal and lose money, but you build a little parlay of motherfucking five, six of them, put $10, $20 on it, you can come up off that shit. A lot of these niggas at least good for one hit. Like they might not necessarily home run every game for real or whatever, but a lot of niggas be good for a hit a game. And that shit, motherfucking, I got punched in my nose in my sleep. I don't know how the fuck that shit happened.
Shorty came across with the elbow, like ah.
Might have
Oh, I don't know what happened.
punched me in my face while I was asleep.
Like, oh, I don't know what
Damn, my
happened.
motherfucking nose hurt. Somebody punched me. That shit wicked. We live.
Yeah, we live.
Oh, never mind then. Never
We
mind
live
then.
on stage. I'm just
Yeah,
sharing the joint to some groups.
you gotta
Let me
be real.
see
You know,
the new
gotta be real.
channel.
Casper, you don't never know who's in the building.
Then we bite. All right, let's go. We is bite. Top two, what it do, baby?
What it do?
Playoff NBA playoff editions. Top two, catching up on Raising Kanan tonight. We got my man, Party, aka Mr. Young.
What does GTD stand for? Got the draws, okay? What does GTD stand for? Got the draws, okay?
Yeah.
And myself, Bruce.
Hi, my name is John, and I'm a low-key legend.
Let go. First of all, yo, we bike. Let me see. Oh, we got some comments already here. Oda, Sasha, I almost missed it. And where is y'all's faces? Well, my face right here. Yeah, Craig, it's Craig here. But we back. Let's get some people in the chat. Help us get some people in the chat, Sasha. Let me see something. Every.
I ain't been on camera with this shit long time.
Oh shit. This shit getting long, yo. Pause.
Yeah, check me out.
I got to hang
I'm
your
out of there
ass.
though. That was for Tasha.
No, yo, you gotta stay on camera, yo. Got me out here by myself, but it's all good though. Oh, the game started
I'm
too.
here. I'm Yeah, shit. I don't know who playing, honestly. I don't know who started. I think who playing OKC?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, OKC
OKC.
in
It's
Memphis.
OKC in Memphis.
Yo,
Let's see
I
something
give
else.
OKC like we was having a conversation earlier OKC GM. He probably one of the best GMs in the league or whatever for real.
Uh huh.
He might be one of the best or whatever. But he ain't never win shit. You know? He been OKC GM since '07
Right.
when they was still with Seattle.
Oh shit.
A lot of people don't know
Nah.
that. Like,
Yeah, I say he never won anything, but to have to always have either a championship level contention team or a super bright future towards a championship level team in that particular market, it definitely shows that you'll be in there cooking and shit.
I ain't saying he don't be cooking, but and maybe it's because it's the Boston market or whatever. But Brad
Right.
Stevens, in the short time that he was the GM for the fucking Celtics, has been a better GM than Sam Preston.
That can be said, but it also can be said that he kind of on what Danny Ainge built. He really benefiting
So
off of what
yeah, he
Danny
had the
Ainge built.
corner pieces, right? He had the
Yeah,
corner pieces, right? But he went and got Drew. He went and got KP. Fucking went and got Dark White was a fucking steal. Like, you
yeah,
know, he,
most
you
definitely.
know, he went and got guys to build around them niggas and complement their games for real. Like
Right, right.
Jack
I
White, the
mean,
perfect person to play with fucking he the perfect person to play with fucking Tatum and Brian Ball. Like he gonna get his regardless. And then if you need him to get the ball or take the ball, he could do that. Like it was a steal. I was telling Hurley bitch ass. Um,
damn, why y'all gotta be
I was
bitch
telling
ass, y'all?
that's my dog. You
Okay,
know, if I can't say
yeah,
you know your bitch ass, you ain't my dog. Anyway, I was telling him as soon as it happened, like yeah, I still. He was like, I don't know, da 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 da. You know, I thought Richardson. He thought Josh Richardson was going to be a piece or whatever for real. I'm like, man, listen, yo, that. And then now look at him. Maybe all on your dick pause.
yeah. I mean, I can agree with both of y'all saying that he's overrated because he hasn't won. Um, and let's be real, you know what I mean? If you draft KD and Westbrook, you know what I mean, how much else does it take other than, you know what I mean, trying to keep them together as long as they can you can until they develop, you know what I mean? And they develop fast. So, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'll say sometimes GMing is overrated. You know what I mean? Especially
To
when
an
you know what I
extent,
mean, when draft picks are falling, you know what I mean, falling in your lap, you know what I mean?
yeah. What I can say about him is he did it twice. There's one thing I can give him credit for. Like, you know, he had a young team, he built it, and then he had to gut that team, and then he, you know, went to a year, 2, 3 years of fucking being shitty, and then he built it again. Like, yeah, he traded
Yeah.
for Shy, he traded for Shy Gilly, but again, he drafted Chet, drafted Williams, and you know, made moves to get
Let's say
Hartenstein. Like,
the second job was more of his work than the first job. The first job was easy. You draft KD. Um, I mean, we can say that drafting. If you watch Westbrook in college, you can say that seeing more out of him than other people did. You know what I mean? You could say that you saw that because he kind of was he was a surprise draft pick at where he got drafted at. You know what I mean? So we can
Right.
kind of say that maybe the Westbrook pick was one of those picks where like he had to put some thought into that shit. You know what I mean? So uh, in hindsight, we all know he should have kept. He also should have kept Harden instead of Ibaka. Also, we also know that. But yo, we're just speaking to my homie, OKC fan. They got lucky. Kawhi left Toronto. They got lucky. Kawhi left Toronto. Oh yeah, because that made PG want to go to the Clippers, and that got them shade. You know what I mean? And who was it? Doc Rivers said was trying to keep Shea for real. He said we don't need PG. He was telling Kawhi that shit. We don't need him. Man must have rolled out. You'll be back. Yo, internet, but so I definitely had to agree with that.
Agree with what I had to cut out. I don't know what happened.
Yeah. No, I was basically just agreeing. I was agreeing with y'all niggas and shit for real. You know what I mean? On most of the points y'all was saying. Um, what's going on in this game, man? OKC running out on them niggas again. I put all backcourts. I put some type of under, whether it's an alternate under or whether it's their under. Your backcourt is getting undered when you play OKC, and that shit hit almost every time, yo.
Yeah, Brogdon. It's crazy because Brogdon a decent player, but he kind of gonna be like Dennis Schroeder for the rest of his career. Just a good enough nigga to be a trade piece to get traded a lot.
Yeah,
Schroeder is a solid point guard to start and a really, really high end backup point guard.
yeah.
Um,
I don't think y'all winning, yo. I think Embiid making it through any kind of long stretch of basketball is done for the rest of his career, yo. Unless he
oh, you
has some
talking the
type.
hooks?
Yeah, I'm talking to hooks. You know what I mean?
I thought
Like
you was
on
mentioning the
like
Knicks in
healthy.
Detroit. I was about to say, what is you trying to say?
No, I'm talking about the Sixers. Healthy on paper. You know what I mean? The Sixers look like a championship team. Yeah, they do. But nah, I think they done. I think Embiid is done with any type of stretch of being healthy. Yo said he got Kawhi doctor.
Who, Embiid? Because
Yeah,
Kawhi on his shit this year.
yeah. If he got Kawhi doctor hooks, yo, I mean y'all might be on to something. Y'all might be on to something
Kawhi
low
on his
key.
shit. I'm about to say Kawhi on his shit this year. Like
Yeah,
I just told Kern that shit earlier. Kawhi back.
yeah. Kawhi fucking niggas up with 90s and early 2000 moves too. You know what I mean? Don't nobody be talking about that shit. Yo, do all 90s and 2000 moves. Fucking niggas up.
He a robot, yo.
Yeah,
Whatever
he,
the
he
most efficient shot his brain calculate is the one he taking. That nigga
yep.
really play like a robot, yo. Like
Uh-huh.
that nigga don't never dribble too fast. Like when he do turnovers and shit, it look like a NPC like freezing in a game for real. Like it will never look real. Like that nigga is a fucking robot, yo. James Harden though got him out in the clubs though. I saw that.
Okay.
Um, how it got him turning up. You know, if it's one nigga that was gonna get somebody to turn up, you know it's gonna be hard and busting
Right.
ass.
Loosen up a little bit, pause.
Yeah, he got you in the clubs. He say he been spotted all around LA with Harden.
Taheem say successful surgery last week, so we will see. But we need Ace Bailey. I don't even know if I want Ace Bailey around
Y'all want
Paul
Derek?
George.
What's his name? Derek Hartley Jr.
No, they good with everything with their back court is straight. They don't need I don't need no more guards. I don't need no more guards. So Ace Bailey would be a good pick because for the future he's sliding at that 3 spot. You know what I mean? But I also think they need to think about their future bigs too. You know what I mean? And shit, if they can fuck around get Cooper Flag, shit, get you want him. That's who you want. But they gotta think about their future bigs. So you might want to think about the big African from Duke, um, low key, the big from Georgia. They got the two bigs that played with Cooper Flag at Mount Verdi. Shorty Derek Queen from Maryland, and it's a big that played down at Georgia. You know what I mean? Like they had an NBA front court down at Mount Verdi when Cooper Flag was there.
Derek Queen probably gonna be the one.
Yeah,
His
or like I
footwork
said,
elite. Derek Queen footwork elite.
no, Derek Queen tough, and Shorty from Georgia, Taheem, he more of a I'm talking about if y'all can't get them. That's what I'm talking about. If y'all can't get Ace Bailey or Cooper Flag, I'm saying take one of these bigs. You got one that can score. You got one that can score and rebound, and then you got the other one who is a super duper lob threat. He a super duper lob threat, shot blocker. You know what I mean? And he got a developing 3 ball. You know what I mean? Like look him up, yo. Georgia. I gotta remember his name. But look him up, Tyen. Like with all that perimeter punch y'all got, yo, y'all might can use like a serious lob threat and rim protector, y'all. But yeah, yo, we going
Keep going.
did Rock have famous Merc, yo? This nigga shit is unstable. But while we on it, Taheem, you said if they can get Ace Cooper Harper, pair to pick and get off of PG contract. It's gonna be hard to get off PG contract. I think y'all locked down with him for another year. Um, uh, you think y'all need Harper with McCain? What's my man that just came alive this year that y'all just got from Dallas with McCain, Grimes, and Tyrese Maxey? Do you think y'all need Harper, or would y'all be better off at that 3 position or the 4 or the 5? 'Cause I think it's up in the air after Cooper. If we land Harper, I think we should trade McCain in a package with Paul George. Trade McCain, yeah, yeah, yeah. I like Harper more than McCain. I like Harper more than McCain. I like Harper more than McCain. Um, but what if y'all not top 3 though? That's what I always look at. What if you're not top 3? But if you top 3, I think you take Harper. I think you take Harper or you gotta take one of them 3. Cooper, Harper, or Ace Bailey. If you top 3, if you out the top 3, they gone. I think you take a big. But if you don't believe in McCain like that, you got Shorty from Baylor too. I think you said a VJ Edgecombe, whatever his name is. You got him also. So that would be a good look too for real. Yeah, I definitely like VJ Hedgecomb. They got some other guards out there too. It's like a lot of it's actually a lot of guards in this draft coming up. Like a lot of exciting guards. JJJ, I got him under. You going under too? Check got them clamps on him.
Niggas owe me an apology about Chat though. Yeah, he's still frail and he need to put on weight, but I told niggas he would be like solid in the league, off the break.
Liam McNeely, I think he gonna be all right, but I think I like Yo from Duke more than I like McNeely, Taheen. Older I get, I'm getting worse with names. So when I'm talking about shit, I need to have a search up or a list or something. But I think I like what is yo Con Knipple, pause. I like yo I like I like Con pause better than I like Liam McNeely, Taheen.
A nigga named McNipple
Is Knipple.
is
Con
Knipple.
Yeah, Knipple. Con Knipple. Liam McNeely and Con Knipple. Pretty sure both of them Irish.
McNeil the Knipple. Pause.
Yeah. I think he gonna be a surprise in this draft because he's like 6'7". Like he kind of remind me low key of like a Dan Marley, Mike Miller, but he actually can play in the pick and roll. That's what I like about him. I don't think they will be good enough defensively to be on the court in clutch moments. I think Knipple. I think Knipple got he got some defensive potential because of his size and strength and effort.
So you saying he's Zach Eater.
Yeah, he 2-3 that can do some playmaking. But if his role ultimately is
The
spot up
fuck
shooter,
these guys be doing, yo?
if his ultimate role is spot up shooter, he can do that too. Ludo hit a three yet?
Nah, he took one. He missed it. At
I
least
need
the
him.
ones that I was watching.
I need him to hit his three.
I need just to hit his three. Just the
Yeah.
one. He took one. He started the game with it,
Yo, what
opening
was
shot.
that, John Morant?
He 2 plays in a row. Like he just look at this shit.
Yeah,
Like
he just be
come
doing
on,
shit.
man.
But you got with a player like that, you actually gotta accept him doing some dumb shit like that because he had his best when he playing loose. You know what I mean? Pause. So
Chat
you got
pulling up more niggas. Chat pulling up more niggas. That's all that matter. Jare do three dumb things in a row. He always do dumb things in threes.
Tahim asked you what the Ravens doing this year. We're gonna
That's
be in contention. That's what it's
but
gonna
I
be.
say all I can really say is,
We're
we
gonna be in
gonna be
contention.
there.
We're,
Like
we're
I
more than
don't
like
know if we gonna win, but we gonna be there. Top
right.
three seed. Like
We'll more than likely win our division.
you
You know
know,
what I mean?
like
Or have a record to where as though, you know what I mean, we easily in the playoffs, you know what I mean? So and then it just
we
come down,
always gonna have a chance for real. Like
yeah.
that's the one thing I know. Unless Lamar get hurt, which has happened before, so that's a possibility. But it ain't been hurt in the last 2 years. Um,
But
like Bruce said,
that
I think we gonna be there. Like we're gonna be one of the best 5, 6 teams in the league heading into the playoffs. It's just a matter of whether or not like all that regular season shit for us irrelevant. Like we just gotta get there. Honestly,
right.
like what the Falcons gonna be this year? That's more what the question should be. Like y'all giving the keys to fucking Penix or is Cousins still gonna be the quarterback to start the season? Like, y'all got more questions than we got.
Yeah, I think they need to get it. I think they need to get the keys to I think they need to get the keys to Penix.
Like, dude, pause.
No,
Um,
you can say Penix. You can't say it the other way. That's why I say Penix. Penix, like ink Penix. You know what I mean?
but that's his name, Michael Penix.
Yeah, but there's another way they was trying to say it one time that was pausey, yo.
Michael Penix.
Yeah, pause, yo.
I know niggas had fun with your name, Pars, growing up. He was
Yeah, yo.
heated until he became a star athlete.
Yeah. And they were still getting at him.
Yeah, he was. Niggas that he played with, you know they still giving jokes.
Especially the white boys. Oh my goodness, yo. Oh my goodness, the white boys probably just having a ball with it. Pause.
Indiana, hell yeah, they said his name the first time. You know, all the motherfuckers cracked up in the fucking crowd.
Yeah, that's
They said
literally
penis.
like the white pause game is like the reverse of black pause. So they
Yeah, they
just try
lean
to
into
do
it.
yeah, they just try to just say the most homo shit they can say and just laugh all day about it and shit.
Say some wild shit. Well, I don't even want to say some wild shit that they would say, so I'm gonna just leave it at that conversation.
Yeah.
So what's the first topic though?
Speaking of wild shit, yo, your boy Kanye, yo.
Excuse me. You would want to start with some wild shit like that, yo.
You say wild shit, yo. You started it, yo.
I don't want to begin to have a conversation about this song or what's going on,
All
other
right,
than to
all right, all
say,
right, all right,
hold
all right,
up,
all
let
right.
me say what
First,
I gotta say though. Let me say what I gotta say. You know, Hook's got this thing right where he'd say
yeah,
that people are like patients or whatever the fuck he call them for real. And he been calling Kanye a patient for a long time. You know, usually I ignore a lot of the shit Hook say unless he really on some dead serious shit. But he been calling Kanye a patient for fucking what 2 3 years at this point. And that song illustrated that that nigga is a victim, yo. That
you
nigga
say
is a he's a victim, yo.
nah. Pause this comment I'm about to say, Tasha.
I don't even know if I want.
Pause
I
front,
don't.
pause back, pause it again, pause. No, Kanye has earned for gay niggas to call head Yeezy. Not straight niggas. No, we not calling it Yeezy. No way. That's for the gay niggas. They now call head Yeezy. Gay niggas.
He
That's their
must
shit.
be. All right, what's the next topic?
Yeah, yo. But nah, I wanted to talk about the musical part, yo. See,
It was even worse.
this the
It
thing
was
about
even
Kanye.
worse.
This is the thing about Kanye, right? In this song, this song proves my point that whoever he's in the studio with, he gonna swag jack them, yo. Yo, this nigga he ain't had his own style since the Soul Beats, yo. I guess that's what they call the old Kanye. Yeah, he ain't had his own style since then, yo. And then
Hmm.
back then, it was just he was just a slick rapping nigga and shit, like for
So
real,
he
yo.
Dave Blunts now.
He Dave Blunts now, yo. He making that nitrous music. You know what I mean?
That's sick. And for him to talk about a cousin, that man gonna be in jail fighting for his life now.
Who that? What you talking about?
The cousin in jail, ain't he?
I don't know.
They
I ain't
said,
do no research. So
yeah,
his
I saw a
cousin.
tweet. Saw a tweet that said the cousin was in jail, and Kanye said all that, and he could have possibly put his life in danger or whatever.
Did he say what cousin it was, or just for being Kanye cousin? Like,
Uh,
it ain't even the same cousin. Nobody know.
no, no. But the niggas know you Kanye cousin, and Kanye just said that he was sucking his cousin's dick for 8 years. You
Yeah,
know,
that's wild, pause, yo. Like, come
yo,
on, yo. Like, first of all, why y'all looking at gay porn, pause, yo? Like, for real? Like, at no time, yo, when we snuck and looked at any nudie magazines, did we like,
ever.
hey, let's perform this on each other. Like, come on now, yo. At no time, yo.
That shit was weird. That shit was weird. And I ain't never had none of them hardcore. My people's never had none of them hardcore duty mags where I saw fucking in the magazines. It was usually just naked bitches.
Right. So where did they obtain a gay porn magazine, yo?
Especially when back then, it was way more um, underground for real. Wasn't no dude that's
Nigga,
undercover or
nigga, we
whatever to
around the
do that
same
shit sitting
age.
out.
We around the same age, and I grew up around the Greenmount area, and there was literally a newsstand, like an old school newsstand that had Playboy and Penthouse. I never remember seeing a gay magazine when I was little, y'all.
Cause that shit wasn't a fucking. It
Cause I
was
would have
something you
remembered
had
it.
to
It
search
would have
for.
scarred me. It would have scarred me if I seen that shit.
That's some shit you had to search for. That wasn't no shit that was mainstream back then.
And
Like,
maybe if I did, it possibly could have been a magazine with a dude on the cover or something that might not have been naked, but there's no way we thought about. Damn, I can't wait to look inside and see what's inside that magazine. We was too focused on the titties that was exposed in the middle of the street, damn near.
yeah, that's a wild song. It's a wild setting. It's a wild story. I don't want to spend too much time on this wild shit. So, what you said, Rock, you want to know if she all famous?
All right, Joe. All right, Joe. We going.
Keep going.
Yeah, did Rock have famous Merc, y'all?
No.
You said no.
Too many, yeah, it's too many questions, around whether or not she would have did it. Like, what's her reasoning? All right, let's say he was telling to the police or whatever. He fucking she not ready to torture him or get him tortured or whatever. She didn't even like D Wiz as much as she liked Famous. And she didn't torture D Wiz.
I
And
got
granted,
that
she
pen.
ain't here no
Hey, my bad, Craig. I got that pen, Tahane. I got that pen. We're gonna get back to that, but go ahead. My bad, y'all.
um yeah. Or I mean y'all can go ahead. What was it y'all trying to get you?
No, 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 no. But I agree with you. I agree with you on that. The fact I think that the torture part tells me that Rock, at the very least, that Rock and Marvin didn't have no hands-on part of that. You know what I mean?
You saying she still could
But
have made the call.
yeah, but if she paid the police, they, you know what I mean, they could have did what they wanted at that point. You know what I mean?
But I don't think that but you know that she not paying the police for that reason.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We know that. She doing that
So
for the same reason she was in the other season.
yeah,
So
like
so is a new theory floating. Hey, we agree, Keith. We agree with that, Keith. Is a new theory floating that Snaps and Pops might have put the money on him, just for the simple fact that it got back to them that he talking too much.
hmm, okay. I ain't never hear that one. I ain't mad at it. I just
Yeah,
know it ain't rock, it ain't Juke, it ain't Marvin, it ain't Luke, it ain't Kanan. So at this point, it gotta be, somebody like Snaps and Pop because it ain't unique neither. Like it's,
Right.
you running out of people for it to possibly be.
Unless it's just
Get
unless it's just the
get
police. Unless it's just the police.
get
All
early
right.
Tyler take them out. I mean not early Tyler. What's the little midget? The little fidget name.
Yeah, I know. I know what you're saying. But while we on snaps and pops, I want to know how are they retired, yo? Like, what the fuck was they doing before they retired? God damn.
They was clearly super plugged in. He's probably the first real black people to fuck with the Italians and the Chinese and all that shit, and probably had the streets flooded. He was probably like high posts and DEFCON plugs for.
Yeah, I mean they definitely wasn't the first because that should go back to Godfather
Yeah, I
Harlem.
mean, I'm just saying the story, yo.
Yeah, I mean they might
Story,
have been
yeah,
the line of the plug, but yeah. Um, so
and them
the,
niggas ain't retired for real.
no, they that's the point I'm making, yo. Like y'all not retired. I guess they retired. I guess they're
They really only front money. That's really
right,
all they
right,
do.
right, 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 right. So they're retired from getting the shit, manufacturing it, putting it out on the street with their people. You know what I mean? I guess that's what they saying. We retired
Yeah,
from
but
that part of the game. So
still in the
y'all,
game.
yeah. So it's really at the end of the day, it's like a disorganized black mafia type setup. It's just not organized the same way. Because that's what the
So they,
mafia do
they would
anyway.
be they would be dons.
Right. They getting kick-ups. That's all that's really happening is they getting kick-ups.
Makes sense. So they basically rock and them. What's his name? What's the nigga that got killed? Stefano.
He is they the black version of them with less organization going on. Cause it's really organization wise for them, is nobody over top of him. He still gotta answer to the families and shit. So they only really gotta answer to whoever got a bigger bank than them that they dealing with at the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they gonna take Shorty off the board though.
Who that?
Stefano, he out of there.
You said you think Stefano's out of there?
Hmm. Also, I didn't know that was Tony Danza.
You ain't know that was Tony Danza the whole time, yo?
Nope, I just figured it out last week.
So they ain't doing nothing. I I don't think they dude was trying to get him to snitch. Um I wouldn't even call them the plug, yo, because they don't touch. I guess people call the plug a different thing because they are plugging you in with somebody. But I always considered the plug to be the motherfucker that got the shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the motherfucker that's, the guy that the plug, the connect is the nigga that gets you to him. They could be a connect at best. They definitely not the plug though.
Yeah, I guess that's what we would call them if we want to use any sense that they the connect because they literally a connecting piece in the situation. You know what I mean?
Really
Because
like investors more than anything to me. Like I said, they don't really do nothing. They don't have no hand in touching the shit, nothing. They literally just collect money because they invested in the beginning. They
yeah,
fucking
and
shareholders.
and I
Like
mean yeah, they at this point they shareholders because like when is your debt paid to them?
never paid. That's what they told Kanan in the beginning of the season. We invested in he tried to give them the money, they invested that. They like, oh, we good. And they like, no, we invested in, you to begin with, and now we get to see a return on the income until we decide to cash out.
Okay, yeah.
Like they fucking shareholders. Like as long as Kanan out there and he alive, they gonna be in his pockets.
Right, 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 right. That's Stefano playing Marvin against Rock shit it can't turn out good.
Not for Stefano.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It can't turn out good. Not
One
at
thing I
all.
can say about Marvin is he ain't never gonna turn on Rock.
I agree with that 100%.
Like, he ain't never gonna turn on Rock. So him even bringing the shit to him as well. Like Marvin said, I mean that's what Marvin be overplaying his hand. Because if he'd have bought that shit to Rock with a reverse tip, Rock would have played him out of position. Like, oh yeah, we could talk more about it, whoop 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 whoop, and then set the whole plan in motion. He kind of put him on point.
Right.
Like, oh, he not with it. So now I gotta go find an alternative, which might end up being Kanan.
Had he already turned Kanan away?
He turned him away because he was fucking with Rock. And he was loyal to Rock at that point. You
Right.
know, like he ain't loyal. He trying to move Rock aside. He want to put somebody in there that he can control.
Yeah.
And that's not what he was saying to Marvin, but that's what he meant. He want
Yeah.
a nigga in there that he can put his hand up their ass paws and make them do what he want them to do.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
he feel like he can control Marvin and the little dumb shit that Marvin do way more than he can control Rock.
Oh, those two games on at the same time tonight.
Hmm.
Aaron Neesmith and Gary Trent already hit their three for me. Giannis looking good. Let me see. Yep. Desmond Bain, Jaron Jackson, and I forgot to put Ja for the. Yeah, oh Ja is terribly under right now.
So
Ja's
we got to
terribly
thought
under.
John would score for 25 tonight.
I got him for under 34.5 points and rebounds.
I had him for over 25 points. His bitch ass.
Shea the one.
Like, I figured he'd at least respond.
Shea the one that been chilling. I need Ja. One grenade tonight, Ja. We need one grenade from Ja tonight. We need that grenade. Just one. That's all we need. Let me see something. So I think Crystal about to be out, y'all. Crystal about to skedaddle. Lou Dort did hit his three. Yeah, Crystal about to skedaddle, my man. Because she scared of Rock. Kanan talk about she killed the homeboy. So Shorty gonna be like, if she killed the best friend, what the hell would Rock do to me? In her own mind. So I think that Crystal about to pack her shit up, get her hats, get her coat, and she about to leave. That's what she about to do. If you ask me. Hey Keith, what you think? What you think? You think Crystal gonna be out? You still out there, Keith? So it says you still watching Dallas, Tosh? I thought you was finished watching that.
I'm going to just stop trying to check shit.
Oh shit. I forgot you was on your phone.
Every, every time I try to check something, that shit start working.
Yeah. You say your laptop down?
Yeah, okay, that shit's supposed to be. Need to get a webcam too,
Yeah.
and I can be really getting like, 8K. Thank you.
Yeah, but what I was saying is I think Crystal about to be out. She shook at the Kanan talking about
His mother did it.
Yeah, Rock killed Famous. So I think that Crystal
She gonna kill her. I don't mean to cut you off. Is that what you think, or you think she's just scared of the whole situation?
Crystal is Kanan girlfriend, Latasha. Um, yeah, I think she gonna skedaddle. I don't think she gonna die though, but I think she's gonna be out.
Hmm. Okay, I don't know. I think she gotta die.
Now, only way I can see her dying is if Juke catch her, you know what I mean, and she think that Shorty might have something to do with taking that money, and Juke catch her,
Ready to leave?
yeah, like she had some money or
Okay.
something. Rock give her some money. I don't know what happened, but either way, she leave, she roll out. Kane is sad. Juke catch her, and Juke take her head off. Pause. You know what I mean?
I ain't mad at that.
Yeah, yeah. She told her that. She told her that, Sasha. And speaking of Juke getting her box juked in the club bathroom, Juke. So Juke's heel turn is almost complete. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I,
she on
I
savage mode almost.
yeah, I predicted earlier in the season completely wrong that Shorty was gonna hurt Juke, but nah.
Juke on her cold hearted tip, and I ain't mad at it. Like,
Right,
hey,
right.
I like the turn, like the actress and how she got in her bag. Like,
Yeah,
you
I'm
know,
glad.
she
I'm glad. Studs be getting dome. See, I ain't know it'd be like that. It makes
in
sense.
the
It make a lot
club,
of sense.
you know,
It make a
Lebanese
lot of
woman.
sense. So now, young Ma bars make more sense.
Ooh.
You know what I mean, y'all? Her bars make more sense now, y'all. Cause we,
Yo,
cause Al, well, I'm gonna say my dumb ass and other guys out here always assume she was talking about getting dome on her dildos, yo. You know what I mean?
that is crazy.
Get up big. So now that I know that studs actually get actual dome, you know what I mean? They get actual Yeezy and shit, you know what I mean? Because they can get Yeezy too, because it's
Yeah,
same
yeah,
sex, same
that's a
sex.
thing. Easy and easy.
Yeah, same sex pause. So girls, I ain't no studs getting Yeezy too, so it's all good, yo. It make young MA bars hit harder now. It's not a joke no more.
Make her bars hit harder.
Yeah,
Ooh,
yeah, because I'm glad she's actually feeling something. You know what I mean? I'm happy for her, yo. You know what I mean?
ooh.
I'm happy for
Uh,
MA now, yo. Yeah, you got to pause
Apparently, I
there.
was told that they feel something anyway, because like it's something that sit inside or on the clit or whatever on the scrizzy. That like when a bitch press up against it, it rub the scrizzy. I
What
mean the
on the script?
scrizzy rub the pussy. That's what I heard, yo. I was
Nah, they
getting
ain't
an
the same.
education not too long ago, yo.
They ain't the same unless you get the vibrational one or something, yo. You know what I mean?
I
That
mean,
definitely wouldn't
whatever.
be the
All I
same.
know is they
They
be
gonna need
when
they
she
gonna
get
need
the
a
scrizzy, she
vibrational
be
one,
like,
yo.
ooh, fuck.
Yeah, pause, yo. You gotta pause that shit. Don't say that shit no more, yo. But unless they get the pop vibrational one, I can understand. But that's not fair. That's not fair, yo. It's still not fair for the stud, yo. I can believe that. I can believe that, Tasha. I can believe that.
Ooh.
I
That
can
shit
believe
was
that.
hilarious, nigga.
Yeah, but
That was funny.
Juke definitely got a box juked in the bathroom. You know what I mean? Definitely
Can I
got a
bet
box
the
juke.
under on somebody points?
Yeah, but this nigga unique is insane, son.
Yeah, no, he's psycho.
He
Is Ja
gone
gonna go over 18?
18.
He got
Yeah,
8.
he
I'm
gonna
gonna
be
hit,
in it.
yeah.
Yeah, he gonna get 18.
I'm
He
gonna
might
hit,
even hit
yeah.
he might even hit 20. But
You think Lou Dort gonna go over 8?
What do you got? 3 now or 4?
Yeah, 3.
I don't know because it seemed like sometimes he'll just hit 1 or 2 threes and that'll be it for the rest of the
Yeah, that
game.
should be annoying. But then he hit him at the most random spots. Player rebounds, Jalen Williams. He got 3 already. His bitch ass better get 6 rebounds, yo.
Let me see. What's up? Hey, Mark, what's up, my man?
All right,
Unique
bet.
got
That's where I'm going.
got a right
That's
to be
where I'm
off in the
going.
head. I
That's where
mean,
I'm
he
going.
got a right to be off in the head for the simple fact that he
Hold
got
up.
his dome, he got his dome cracked, pause. But that nigga need rehab. Like he's supposed to be up at Montebello or something, you know what I mean, getting his shit together. You know what I mean?
Oh, they changed the line on me before I started. They some bitches. That shit
Yeah,
said
so
under 9.5 for check. And then now I put it in and said under 8.5.
oh
Why she
shit.
end up getting 9 rebounds? I'm gonna be mad as shit.
Uh yeah, Latasha. And like Panessa should have been able to talk some sense. Once P ain't couldn't talk no sense into him, I knew that shit. I knew that nigga was off the rails at that point in time.
Man, it's gonna kill her. He might kill Jerome too.
Nah,
He
that's
gonna
that.
catch
That's
her trying to leave, and he is gonna choke that woman out. Where you
he
going,
seen
bitch?
niggas trying to unalive him. He seen his brother trying to unalive him. That's the only one he got proof that had anything to do with him getting his head cracked. Is his brother. His
Yeah,
crazy,
no, he
unstable, his crazy, unstable brother that hates rock, that would never work with her in no way.
ever. He felt like he was weak for even fucking her. Like,
Right.
why would he work for her? Like, nah, that shit don't make no sense. But, a nigga crap you over the head
Yeah.
and, you're a little delusional and shit. Like,
Yeah.
you
That's why I
start
said
putting two and two together. Like, and that's some shit he should probably think about. Like, yo, when I was in that warehouse, I was pretty fucked up. Nigga was probably high, in pain, fucking, delirious for real. He probably saw what he wanted to see.
exactly.
I definitely don't remember them leaving out that bitch smiling.
Right.
Damn. My
This
fault.
nigga be realer than you can't get right.
Dumbest nigga in the world.
Dumbest
What
nigga.
happened to the money that you fronted him? He fronted him some bread twice, right?
Yeah, he gave some bread so he can get a place, you remember?
Right. And then he gave him some more bread when we asked him to take care of his family.
Right.
Where did the bread go?
I don't know. Did he send it home? Did he send it home to his chick? Cause it don't seem like he got no
Because
serious
why was
ad.
she wilding? Then why was she wilding when he came?
Right.
Like it couldn't have dried up that fast. They living in the projects.
Yeah.
Like, the math ain't mathing. Like if
Yeah.
if you getting advances, where the fuck is his money going? They just expect us to be like that be where they get kind of loose with the writing for real.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I hope that's just not loose writing. Like at the very least, I hope Luke confront him and like what you been doing with the money I gave you. Like you
Yeah,
got
like
you got to tighten that
you
up
need to get
or
out,
something.
nigga. Like what happened? Like I don't know. I think though what's gonna end up happening is I don't know if they're gonna find out right away, but if they don't find out right away, right? Remember Lee was asking them to get on some like different shit, some more deeper peel back layery shit.
He about to do some famous shit, ain't he?
He ready to get in his bag, yeah, and he gonna start peeling back the layers though. He gonna be more on some like I don't wanna call him pop, but he gonna be more some like yeah, like some pop or whatever shit where he rapping about some gangster shit, but he also spitting stories of the hood. Like he painting pictures. That's what we basically asked him to do. Like he tried to get him into like the metaphor bag and all that other shit.
Right. No, but what I'm saying is the reason I said he about to get on some famous shit is he might end up snitching about the fucking robbery.
Oh, in the song, yeah. And then Lyle hear it, and then he like, I don't think a nigga named Lyle.
Nah, fucking Lou hear that shit while he fucking recording the shit
Oh,
and
and
and,
we put him down
and get at him. Yeah.
because I definitely think that's Louis Body. Pause.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
that's 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 he gonna get beat real out of there.
Then it might be next episode. Might be 8.
Yeah, he gonna get beat real out of there. That's why I said I don't know if he gonna get a chance to do it for real.
I need you hit a 3
Um,
Santi.
but I need them motherfuckers to keep this game close.
Yeah, so niggas won't be checking out and shit.
Yeah, 'cause I just knew that they was going to at least play harder. At least the coach making change. What the fuck are you doing, Kanan?
Hey, none of my guys hit no home runs.
Shot Gilly, not mine either. Shot Gilly pulling up, man. You know it's ugly nice for niggas from Shot Gilly pulling up from three.
Yeah, that shit ain't looking good for them niggas at all, yo. They about to break Memphis up. That's what they about to do.
hmm
I don't
They
mind.
was already asking questions about whether or not Ja is the guy they should build around.
Yeah, I
I
don't mind. I
mean,
like to see them pieces in other places, Paul.
send Ja somewhere else. Ja in Orlando.
That'd be crazy.
Ja in Orlando with Paulo and France.
Oh yeah, Latasha, I've been good for probably like a couple months now. I I learned these stretches and then my shit straight now. My shit straight. I've been back at it. I played last night. Um Rock went on and took care of that mission for the moms, y'all.
Yeah, that's tough. I respect it though. Um, I don't know if I'd be able to do it, but I'd heavily consider it if my mother came to me and she was like, "I just don't want to feel no pain." Like, I definitely heavily consider it. Like, so I take a lot of strength. So, of all the bad things that bitch done did, this is low key one of the few good ones.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And
Because
I
my
knew
grandma was straight up told me, um, she gotta go through chemo again. She'd rather die.
yeah, that's rough, y'all. That chemo stuff is rough. You say it's selfish to watch her suffer. Yeah, especially if she don't want to fight no more, if she done, you know what I mean? Will you do it? Just hit another 3. Santi for 1-3. Good job.
The man Dort just got your one.
No, that was the second one. So Dort got 6 now. Come on,
I
Giannis.
don't know if I bet his under. I think I ended up betting Chet under on rebounds. Yeah, I think I ended up going under on Chet rebounds. That's why I was so mad about him changing his line.
Yeah. But that
I hate when they do that shit.
rock euthanizing her mother was it was that heavy as the head that wear the crown moment, you know what I mean? Also,
Yeah, no, that's a fact. They
like
wasn't
her being
strong
the
enough
one to
to
do it.
do it, and she been a leader pretty much the whole time. So of course she gonna be the one to end up doing it.
Right.
And I knew that from when she asked Marvin.
Why she ain't ask me? And that's some real sibling shit too, yo. Like really, yo. Like
Yeah, like
it might have been on the ultimate. It might have been on the ultimate ask. You know what I mean? But that's how siblings be too. Like even if it's some shit that they might not have wanted to do, even
they
if they
still want to
might
be asked over the other one.
right,
Yeah,
even if they might have said no, if they was the first one asked, they still gonna be upset that the other siblings got asked before them, yo. That's like some real sibling shit, yo.
and she played it the right way because she knew Rock was going to be the one to do it.
Right.
But
Isaiah
that was
Joe.
a dope
Isaiah
ass last
Joe.
scene. That was a dope ass last scene though. I give the grandmother did her thing on her deathbed,
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely.
and we all know Rock is a Rock euthanized her mom when her brothers couldn't when they be upset. Hell no. Marvin was the one that told Rock to go into the room and that the nurse was outside smoking a cigarette. She definitely not going to they definitely not gonna be mad. Now
Okay.
Kanan and Juke might be mad though. Especially the way Kanan Ray click out on Rock right now.
Yeah, but is Kanan and Juke gonna know that
I
that
mean, I
Rock?
don't know if they will, but I'm saying if they find out. Because Leo and Marvin both know that that's how their mother died.
Right.
You know, what's stopping one of them from, mentioning it to Kanan or Juke? Not thinking there's any harm in it, but they already think motherfucking Rock is a killer. So now you done killed grandma. Now we think you really a killer. It might just fuel his little fire for real.
Right. 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 Oh, they beating the brakes off these boys, y'all. About to go up
Yeah,
20.
this shit is
I got all my threes in that game. I got all my threes in the other game too.
George jacking them bitches.
Let me see.
George and put up like 4 or 5 threes already.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they the only shots I done seen them take.
Shit, that's the only shots he do take sometimes, most of the time.
Zion Jackson, I hate that nigga, yo.
Why you hate that man, y'all?
He just, I don't know, yo. I feel like he overrated.
I'm
I
glad
felt
I
that
ain't.
Kendrick Perkins. I
I'm
felt that
glad I
Kendrick
didn't.
Perkins quote.
What's that? What's that?
Kendrick Perkins, he had a quote like 3, 4 days ago about Jaron Jackson Jr. being one of the most overrated players in the league, and how he ain't think he was a top 10 big man and all this other shit for real. People was giving Kendrick Perkins a lot of flack off of it, and I kind of agree with it.
I just,
Ask you a
I, I
question.
just, I just don't think he rebounded enough. If he
That
re,
might
if,
be it.
if he rebounded more, I think he'd be top. If he averaged a double double, he need to average a double double. I'm sorry. If you got a
He averaged like
four,
6 rebounds a
yeah, I
game.
know, yeah, I know. He makes me very mad on PNR stats.
I think
If
him and
he
Ja might average the same amount of rebounds a game, yo.
yeah, if um if he averaged a double double, then he'd be one of the better power forwards in the league. Like for real. Like he'd be damn near on some AD shit if he can get up to a double double or more.
Let me ask you a question.
What's that?
How much better is he than Patrick Williams?
I think he is significantly better than Patrick Williams, yo. Like
Mm,
significantly.
mm,
Luka trade was
mm.
dumb. I was told. Only thought it was done because I don't be on NBA like I do NFL. You're not the only person that thought it was dumb, and you being a not being a big NBA fan really like there's no fact in it. You can look at it as a Dallas fan, you know what I mean, and be like, oh that shit was dumb, you know what I mean? Like you traded a 25-year-old superstar for uh, coming out of his prime 30-something-year-old. You know what I mean? That just tell you right there that, you know what I mean, it might not have been the smartest trade in the world.
The GM though is just catching flat because that's I mean he catching an unjustified amount of flack. The owners wanted him to do that shit. He
Yeah,
did that shit.
yeah,
He is an employee like anybody else. And him being
yeah.
a good soldier, he just sitting there taking the shit. But when I see people like attack him, like, oh, he the dumbest GM in the history of the world, they should fire him. You know why they not gonna fire him? Because he
Because
did
it was their
exactly
call.
what the fuck they told him to do. Like,
Yeah, it was their call. You gotta think
you
about
know,
it.
it ain't no way in hell he ready to
He
trade
would
Luka without them knowing.
he would be fired if they traded Luca and they wanted to keep Luca. Like, think
He'd have been
about it.
traded the next day. I mean, he'd have been fired the next day. Like, they that shit was what they wanted. Like, yeah, Luca was apparently, from what I understand, the owner she really big into like casinos or whatever for real.
Right.
And they wanted to build like a casino situation in Dallas and the committee shut them down. So to get them back, she motherfucking traded Luca. That's what I heard.
How would that help anything with the casino shit though?
Nothing. It's just taking their fucking revenue. She rich already. She don't care. She want to make the city suffer.
Oh, okay.
And like she want to make the city suffer. Like y'all want to play hardball. I own y'all sports franchise that y'all care so much about. Like imagine Jerry Jones just openly tanking with the Cowboys. Niggas in
Right.
Dallas would cave to whatever the fuck you wanted.
Right.
Not even just Dallas. Niggas in Texas in general. Half the country would be calling for them to fix the shit.
Uh-huh.
Like so she playing a game, and it's her and her husband, so I don't want to say just she, but from what I understand, she the one on like the casino side of it. She the one with the money. He kind of just married into it. I, if I'm not mistaken, that just might be one of the Waltons. I know she got money, like crazy money. I would have to ask Kern. He'd be the one giving me the inside details on that Dallas shit. But yeah, no, it's a stupid trade, but I think it was made for reasons outside of basketball, so it's always going to look stupid on the outside,
Yeah.
especially a team coming off the finals. I could see if Luka was underachieving for 2, 3 years in a row. But they literally just came off the finals berth.
Yeah,
Like
that's nuts.
you don't blow up a team that just came from the finals. Fuck blowing up a team. You don't fucking explode a team and trade their best player. Like, I mean, but what I will say is everything considered, right? If AD stay healthy and Kyrie don't get hurt, they make the playoffs easily.
Yeah, and they scared they get scary in a series. Even if they don't win it, they get scary in a series.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So like it's not as bad a trade as people try to make it seem. Huh?
Right.
I don't think so. Not right now. I don't smell it. It's not as bad a trade as people make seem for real. Like yeah, it's stupid in the grand scheme of things as far as the future and shit like that for real. But for the right now, it was a pretty even trade.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a pretty even trade for real. So I don't
Yeah,
know. I
Kyrie getting hurt makes the trade look bad, and AD ain't got nothing to do with Kyrie getting hurt and shit. That's kind of what it
Yeah,
comes
and
down
then
to.
AD is AD, so of course he was gonna get hurt for a couple games. I That was bound to happen. Um, Honestly, like if they both are healthy next season, Dallas will be a playoff team. I can pretty much guarantee that. As long as they healthy though.
Right. So, what you see any of the trailers for the next episode?
Yeah.
So, what it look like about to happen?
Um, he gonna tell you about what happened with Rock and Marvin. I think gonna have a conversation about famous for real to kind of like clear them up. Um, at least that's what it was showing for real.
What a
And
conversation
then
with Kanan?
no, it was by themselves.
Okay.
For Will know, but Kanan won't know.
Right.
I think they kind of cleaned him up because Rock was asking Marvin about famous and he leads on him or whatever, whatever. Um, Neat and what's his name? Neat and Snaps and Pop. I think they show more of the meeting, so we found out if they gonna back Neat or they gonna back Rock,
Okay.
and that's pretty much all I saw.
Okay. Well, shit,
You
we
know, I
gonna
think I think this is gonna be a what's this episode 8?
yeah, episode 8 coming up.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a light one.
You think so?
It's gonna set up a
I
lot
think
of
somebody's
shit.
gonna get dropped off on this one. Somebody's gonna get murked on this one.
I can't think of who won't get dropped off. Maybe OC.
Yeah, OC or B Rilla.
Yeah, one of them could get dropped off, but still think it'll be a light episode because neither one of them is like pertinent to the story for real. At
Yeah,
least not the shit niggas care about.
yeah. The OC shit is very important, so that's gonna be pressing in the next episode. That's gonna be very pressing because that's gonna split. That's gonna split Kanan's attentions really between finding out about famous and finding out about his money and shit. You know what I mean?
Hmm. That nigga having a shitty month. Lost his best friend. Nigga stole his money. Fucking dead man and came back. Now he haunting him. That
Right.
nigga just having a shitty month. I mean, Rock
Right.
having just a shitty month. She just got the abortion. You know,
Forgot
she
all
wouldn't
about
have,
that shit.
if she
God
wouldn't
damn.
have got the abortion though, that would have played in her favor, honestly.
Yep.
Her being
But you
cool
know,
and
Nick
getting rid
though,
of it.
the way Nick is right now, he gonna be like, "Bitch, you lying? That's not my baby, bitch."
Well, you gotta wait to kill me until I give birth. Right? So she
No. But he already got weight to kill her anyway because of the mother shit.
right. So he gonna wait. She gonna have a baby. He gonna find out it's his. He gonna chill out.
Yeah,
I
nah, he's still not gonna believe that baby is.
even after the doctor tell.
Nope, you're not gonna believe it. Mm-mm.
Like,
Bitch
yo,
lying.
wow, wow. Like he ain't
Bitch gonna let me
believe
kill
shit
her.
Vanessa was saying, yo.
That yeah, like
He
anytime,
works.
anytime your girl is taking up for your side chick, come on,
You
yo.
should, yeah, you should definitely be like, damn, she defended this bitch for. Like, it gotta be a reason. But him, he thinking, she unloyal or whatever. He was ready to crash out on her.
Yeah,
She was so scared, all she could do was hug him. That girl, whoever played Vanessa is a pretty decent actress. I give her that.
yeah, I like her.
She probably ain't never gonna be no mainstream actress or nothing like that, but she gonna have a supporting role career for the rest of her life.
Yeah, I like her.
I
I
mean,
like
but
her.
yeah, that nigga deep unhinged. He basically became Ronnie 2.0.
Yeah,
Ronnie hated Rock. Like this nigga
fuck
despised
dog.
her.
That nigga the fuck walk. Fuck rock. I used to do that. Fuck
when
rock.
when he said that shit while he was eating the cereal one time and the milk got the splattering everywhere. I got no that shit was fuck rock. What are you doing? You said it all slow as shit. You's you basically her bitch. She got you out in Jersey. She got you out in Jersey while she down here doing her thing. These my streets. I left to you. I was mad as shit. Now that nigga like Ronnie 2.0 though, because he legitimately despised Rock. Like it ain't nothing nobody could say or do or whatever that would make him not like. I mean, like that bitch again. So you might be right. He might have killed the baby out of spite. Shot her ass while she was pregnant. Since she told him.
Yeah. So shout out to Raising Kanan, probably artistically the most underrated show on TV. Like it's artistically underrated. We know niggas like it, but that shit they be writing the shit out that motherfucker. Fuck what you got. Fuck what you heard.
You know,
Shit. But we going.
I spend a lot of time on. I spend a lot of time on Reddit now, and a lot of times, all the shows that I like, people always complaining about the writing of those shows. People complain about the writing of Power, all that shit. Another show is like The Rookie. They say it's like the cheesiest cop show ever. I actually like it.
Yeah, camp has its value, y'all.
Like,
Camp has its value. Cause like low key, this show Mobland, it is low key got some campiness to it and shit.
of course they do. It got Tom Hardy and fucking Pierce Brosnan.
Right. So that shit was like kind of refreshing that it's serious, but it don't take itself completely serious like the show and shit. You know what I mean?
I think that's the best part of those type of shows. Honestly, they allow themselves to go over the top. Niggas didn't
Right.
read everything no more under the sun. Show me some wild shit.
Right.
Like, at least that's the way I want to see TV.
Right.
But, uh,
Yeah. But
what we at next?
we gonna keep it going. Um yo, these Shannon Sharp allegations, yo.
Oh boy, you go normal, wild, normal, wild, normal. Now we back at wild. All right, hear me out.
You been hurt.
I think Shannon Sharp going too far to curb the gay allegations.
Ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way.
Yo, ooh,
All
hold
right,
on.
hold on. Before you continue, yo, you're the second person I seen it once in the comment section, and you said it right now, so that's why it's hilarious to me, yo.
Yo, yo, listen. Ever since the situation where it came out that him and his stylist or whatever the nigga is to him was going out all the time, doing whatever they was doing. Had him courtside and all that shit. He been on this like masculine. I'm fucking bitches train. Shannon Sharp been on TV for better part of a decade at this point, right?
Right.
Never heard him his escapades, none of that ever. He was always super buttoned up, you
Yeah,
know.
but
And
he also had I know children don't mean nothing, but he also had children. All right,
man,
all right.
he
This
still
this
got kids that he embarrassing.
I would say I would say no. When I say he had children, I'm saying that what I mean. Where it was no, I mean, I don't know what to say about any allegations about Joe, but I will say from the moment that the podcast started and he was able to speak more freely, he was talking more about either escapades or if a subject came up about, what I mean, sex or whatever, he would talk about, what I mean, his end of whatever he doing or whatever, or how he do it or whatever. You know what I mean?
And I
But
feel like all that came around the same time he started the podcast is when
okay.
the allegations of him and Bro got
I
out
about to say, please don't say it, y'all.
there. Him and Bro got out there. You feel me? So like since then, he had a little situation where, he leaked the audio or whatever. Like, whatever, cool. One time is, fool me once, shame on you. I mean, shame on me, or shame on you, whatever the saying go. And they fool me twice, shame on me. Like, you're not ready to tell me that this many women that you're dealing with is just messy. Like, usually don't dudes of his stature deal with women in certain circles because they know how to behave.
Yeah, a lot of the times, but I would say that most dudes that be banging chicks, right? Places like the gym that they go to that they're members of, because that's something that y'all mutually members of, is one of the places where they might pick up a new chick at.
Right? But if she going to the gym that you going to, shouldn't she still be in around the same circles that you going to? I mean, that you in? Like, I can't picture Shannon Sharp going to fucking Planet Fitness.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like I'm buying into what you're saying, and the gym is a circle. That's the point
Right?
I'm
And I
making.
get that. And she broke that. So like, you telling me that two bitches in a span of 6 months that you done dealt with then broke that circle of whatever. Like it ain't adding up to me. And it ain't never start happening until people said that he was fondling his homeboy. Pause.
What's the other chick that said something about y'all?
The first one, she didn't say nothing about him. He leaked the audio
Oh, you talking
of
about the
him.
leaked audio shit?
Yeah, and then he promoted the little sex pill, something about it, make him go crazy in the bed. Like he doing things that he never used to do. And all that started once they said that he was mean with bro. I
Latasha said allegedly he offered her 10 million before she went public.
I call Cat on that only
Yeah,
because if she needed. I mean, if she trying to sue him and 10 million is his first offer, she probably take that. She 19, she ain't got no money.
she not 19
Like,
no more. She not 19 no
well,
more.
she
They was messing.
22.
Yeah, they was messing around since she
I
was
mean, yeah,
19.
her since she's 22, she ain't necessarily got no money for real. Like, shit, 10 M's. Most hoes gonna take that on a max settlement tip. So if
Yeah,
you come out with that number, she probably balk on that right away.
yeah.
It was
Tony
probably a
Bu-
million.
Tony Busby almost made his cap at this point.
Like,
Tony
he probably
Busby,
offered her a million.
I
Yeah,
probably
if that lawyer tied to it, it's definitely some bullshit.
so that's kind of like what a lot of it
And
do
it's
come
just
down
got
to.
new light on the Deshaun Watson shit. It was just that the Texans chose to believe the shit, so everybody else ran with it for real. But
Right,
most places like that going start on an air of caution for real. But
right.
if they if Watson, because he had the money to do the shit, would have dug in with his lawyers and all that shit, he probably could have beat all that shit, yo.
Uh huh.
he was probably trying to just make that shit go away as fast as possible instead of digging his feet in. But he should have dug his feet in. But yeah, anything tied to yo is definitely foo from now on. So I wouldn't even want him to be my lawyer if I was a bitch that was really, assaulted or whatever for real.
Oh no, not at this point.
So
So
I'm,
that kind of tell me that he might have been either the only one who would take her case, or he put out another one of them bullshit ambulance chasing joints. Like if any celebrity did anything to you, call this number type shits. You know what I mean? It's one of the two. You know what I mean? Or he met her somewhere and it came up that she was messing with Shannon Sharp, and that he curved her, and he making a case off that shit. You know what I mean? Because I think that's all it came down to. Like he curved short, he probably moved on, got a new youngin or a new chick that he liked more, and moved on from Shorty, and she ain't like that shit.
that sound right. What happened to my
You say that Addy got dudes believe it's possibility to accidentally bust in someone's face, and they want suspect or want it. What's the Addy? You talking about Adderall? I ain't no Adderall make you like that. Yeah, but we going.
Keep
I mean, it
going.
makes you hyper focus.
You said make you hyper focus.
Yeah, so I mean, if you focused on doing that
What it do?
deed, then you'll probably
What it do with your sensation? Your senses pause.
heighten them.
Oh, okay.
So I think that it would probably help during the deed.
Right.
Never, partaking in the deed when but I have had an Adderall before.
Yeah, I never
You
tried it before.
motherfucking sensitive and shit. You be like, you feel like you Spider Man, like you Daredevil.
Oh shit. Oh yeah, nigga. I know. I've heard it compared to the limitless pill and shit.
Like you feel like legit, feel like you can do anything. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I want to learn quantum physics tonight. You'll legit sit there for fucking 10 hours straight reading articles and watching videos on quantum physics. It's why it's a college drug. The motherfuckers use that shit to pull an all nighter and go straight to school and take a test while the shit's still fresh in their memory.
Right. Okay. She said attorney. She said she said ATY I'm an attorney. I thought I meant Adderall and shit. Fuck is wrong with me?
I don't know. 'Cause ADDY would mean Addy.
I don't know. Could have been a different way to say it. Could have been a different way to say it. But we going.
Keep going.
I don't know if anybody else peeped this. Clarissa versus Tashiki, yeah.
You gonna fight?
I seriously doubt that it's going to happen, but Clarissa said I put up 200K if you try and do that.
I mean, the baddest street baller in the game right now, which is the baddest boxer in the game, ain't a bad
Yo,
fight.
that's the call. Tashiki Tashiki Holla. Uh, Tashiki Holla that if she wasn't on them pills and drinking, and if she got in smoking, that if she got in shape, that she could get at her. I'm
Well, then
saying
she
it,
should stop.
but then she said something about Clarissa be training all the time and shit. Like, like hold on, yo, fuck that. I'm gonna pull that shit up. Fuck that.
Oh, they only down 12. Damn, never mind. Shad Gilly hitting them. Oh, that was Williams.
This nigga.
I don't like your street backs. I don't like nothing about your game. I don't know why. I know he a decent player or whatever for real, but I don't like nothing about his street back. So Memphis getting hot. It's gonna be a game going into the fourth quarter. Told you, I don't like shit about this bum ass game. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. I don't like shit about Jalen Williams' game. I don't know why. They ain't really do got some low ass arms, yo.
Oh, Latasha said Tashiki acknowledged she's not a trained boxer and that coming at her for being able to beat baddies on Zeus is insane. Okay.
As for
hey,
some shit, you
hey,
know, she'll
Mark.
get her ass whooped.
Hey, Mark. Well, she came to her senses in less than 24 hours. That's hilarious. Um, hey, Mark. It's Krishan Rock's sister, yo.
Oh shit, they only down
With
eight.
that snake, with that sinking, that means niggas scoring too much.
They only
Let me
down
see what
eight.
this shit. These
JJJ
niggas do.
motherfucking pulling that shit. Damn, yo, shot Gilly deadly on that mid range shit, yo.
Yeah.
Like, he'll get that
Damn,
bitch.
Jaron
He ain't
Jackson.
even dribble, yo.
Uh,
Like, he got that bitch on the
uh,
jab. The only person I remember really getting it out the jab like that recently was Melo.
right.
Like,
Jaron Jackson, bitch ass about to go over.
Jaron Jackson is he probably the reason they in the
Is
game,
that
honestly.
right? And Zach Edey is not even in the game.
OKC just keeps scoring too. They can't get no stops.
Okay, it says her fans are the ones saying that Tashiki never said she could beat a boxer. Tashiki was talking shit though. Trust me, she was
Damn,
talking that
damn,
if I got out the pills and I trained shit, but she came to her senses in less than 24 hours though.
damn. Young straight backs. The new young straight backs.
Right, Mark. Someone now, yeah, it was Tashiki fans though. Tashiki fans was about to get her snot box rocked. That's really what was
and
gonna
she
happen.
and she entertained it for an hour, and then she went back and changed her mind.
Right.
All right, you know, she probably DM'd that woman and everything. Like, look, we don't need to take this no further than we already did.
It was funny how many of her fans was like, if she trained, like, no, it don't work like that. Cause the chicks she be beating up be training. And they been training for a minute. Like we would actually get that knockout, that definitive knockout we wanted from Clarissa Shields if they got in the ring together.
Motherfucker, Shy Gilly is showing Ja who really him.
I need Jared Jackson to calm his motherfucking nerves. That's what I need.
Well, as long as Ja is trying to be play hero ball for real, then you ain't got to worry about it. 'Cause the last two possessions, oh no, JJJ got it, and they just got fouled.
Right, right, Rhea. She talking about if I got off the pills. Yeah, you gotta sit that one out.
You know, I mean, she could
Clarissa,
realistically land her with the one, lucky joint.
no, no, no. Uh-uh.
She could hit her with a lucky.
Clarissa Shields One of her specialties is
She
defense.
can hit her with a lightning
Uh
strike.
No, mm-mm. It ain't happening. And you know she done that in about 30, 40 seconds maybe. About 30, 40 seconds though she done. You know what I mean? And I ain't even talking about from getting beat up. I'm talking about from her conditioning.
All right. And you don't think in
You sound
30,
it sound like
40
a fan.
seconds she could land one punch?
Not the significant damage to be able to even knock Clarissa down. No, I don't think so.
I think if you get
I think
one
she
good,
specializes in I think she specializes in the bitch blitz. You understand what I'm saying? She specializes in the bitch blitz. She is stronger. She's stronger than most of the chicks. Hooks, what's up, young father? Pause.
Good.
Um, yeah, I think she's stronger than all of the chicks and more aggressive than the chicks that she fights. She blitzes them. She's able to grab them, and then she do the beat down at that point. You know what I mean? Once she can grab them and put the paws on them, she dirty box. You know what I mean? You can't dirty box in the boxing ring. You can do it in MMA.
well, that's all she
Now,
gotta tell her. Let's kickbox.
no, she can say we straight MMA, but Clarissa is experienced in that too. So I think she'll have a problem. Clarissa doesn't get hit like that, and she went up the heavyweight and had KO power now. Um, yeah, I agree, but I think Tashiki best bet would be
Mm.
MMA. Now, Baltimore has always specialized in MMA before it was a thing. That's just how we fight. Like when I was coming up, yo, a nigga can hit you in your jaw. They can give you a black eye. But if you got a slam in during the fight, niggas might just say you won that fight, yo. If you got a slam in, you know what I mean?
I know exactly what you
Red,
mean.
red, red know what I'm talking about. Look at red know what I'm talking. Red know exactly
This
what I'm talking
nigga's
about. If you
ass,
got a
bro.
slam in, niggas might say you won that fight. And if you got a slam in, you might just end that fight. You understand what I'm saying? If you get the right slam in, you know what I mean? But so Tashiki might be able to train up faster, might be able to train up faster in MMA to give Clarissa a challenge than she would as a boxer.
That bitch said she need to give up pills. She ain't got no hope.
Right, Mark. That's physics. But we going
Keep going.
classic Baltimore mindset. Ain't no rules in fighting, most definitely. We don't do too much like nut punching though, pause. But you might somebody might grab right there to get that slam though. It been a topic today, the ATL Mount Rushmore that included who was it? It was
Andre
Andre
3K,
3K,
Jeezy, T.I.
Jeezy,
And Luda.
T.I., and Luda.
Nope.
Luda.
Ludacris not on that.
Do we have an agreement in the chat? How the chat feel about that Mount Rushmore? And how how do y'all guys feel about that Mount Rushmore?
Well,
I agree with
Future
the first
def.
three, but Future gotta be on there. My fault. Hooks.
So I heard both of y'all say Future. Who do y'all take off for Future? I say Luda.
Easy. Ludacris. Next question.
If Andre 3000 on there, Big Boy gotta be on there.
Why?
Cause Andre 3000 don't got no damn album.
So what? If people are saying him as a rapper, they didn't say him as a solo artist album maker. They're simply saying him as a rapper. If all of these people are saying that him as a rapper, when this nigga rap, he make me feel like he one of the best ever in Atlanta. Why does it matter if he's in a group or not?
He don't
And
got a big enough resume.
why is his work on Outkast plus, which might not have technically been a solo album, but Come On Be Real, Love Below is a solo album.
But he not even rapping on that.
He's rapping on there, and I agree that stacked up against other great hip hop straight rap albums, no, it doesn't stack up. Artistically, as a hip hop work of art, it stacks up against a lot of albums.
All I'm saying, if he's there, Big Boy got to be there.
I don't agree that he has to be there.
Why is that? So Big Boy ain't do more for Atlanta than Ludacris.
Is Big Boy a better rapper than Ludacris in your eyes?
They about even.
So both of them is out, and Andre 3000 is there. And then you put Future in there.
But what's his name did more? He actually has solo shit. Big Boy actually has solo shit. Andre 3000 don't.
Who got more solo hits between those two? It's not a question. 3 stacks.
If we talking about solo, because what's his name he had the way we. I like the
We not
way we
talking about
move.
my point was we not talking about solo. We're talking about the rapper. That's what we talking about.
Disrespectful to a nigga that actually got solo work that's not on there, like a Future, or even
I take Luda off because and this is my opinion. To me, his importance to Atlanta is not as big as Future's.
all right. What about who else is from Atlanta? You got a Young Thug. You got a.
I don't think you put. I think you would put Luda back on there before Thug. Thug's coming in around that 7-8 spot if you ask me.
Who you got above him?
I think I'll still put Luda above him and everybody else that we mentioned. I kind of still got Gucci above Thug.
You don't got Gucci above Luda?
I will go Luda Gucci. I will go Luda Gucci Thug. Now, if we talk about trap, that's a different story. If we talk about Atlanta trap, then you talk about T.I., Jeezy, Gucci, then probably Future also. I said T.I. T.I. will be firmly in Atlanta rapper and trap. Atlanta trap. He's firmly in, I believe he's got to stay firmly. He's like he hasn't been doing a whole lot in the 2020s as far as musically, but he's been pretty much in every decade that there's been something called trap and music, and Atlanta been hot. T.I.'s been involved in that shit. Said Soldier Boy. I would say Soldier Boy. We said T.I., yo, but Soldier Boy would be further down on a list like that, but he got to be mentioned. Regardless of what anybody think about him, he got to be mentioned.
Future more important than Luda. Didn't Luda have a label?
Yeah, he had a label, but that shit was semi-successful, and he wasn't putting Atlanta artists on like that. Like
Shauna.
he put City Boy on, but as far as Atlanta artists, Shauna and the I 20 I 30 whatever the nigga name is, um, they from Chicago, Chingy from St. Louis. You know what I mean? So really, if you think about it, the only Atlanta people he really was putting on was Titty Boy Pause. You know what I mean? Two Chains when they was in the little group.
And he really blew up after.
He blew up after. You know what I mean? So he gave him his first I guess major platform or whatever. But other than that, he blew up after that, like you said. So yeah, he had a label. I mean, Future got a label too, the free band shit. So it gave us Chingy, Bobby V, Two Chains, Phil Mob. Yeah, he did give us Phil Mob. He gave us Phil Mob. That's another. I'm just talking about as far as Atlanta acts though.
But if we doing that, then Thug got to be there.
Yeah, because thug groups are bigger than all of those groups. Two Chains wasn't successful under Luda, so yeah,
I would put Young Thug over Luda for real. Cause
yeah. I'm not,
if you really think
if
about
if
it, he the reason why Lil Baby and Ghana blew up.
Lil Baby and Gunna, yeah, yeah. His run just as long as Luda's, maybe longer at this point.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I will say that's not getting appreciated by some of these newer
They've been
artists.
doing that shit for a while now.
And I'm calling them newer artists because you know what I mean it they still not old school. You got old school artists and you got newer artists, and I'm calling newer artists anybody after the 2008s, 2010s. You know what I mean? So
Basically,
that's
Drake
one,
in them era and on.
and Meek and all of them. Yeah. And what I will say about them is it's impossible to keep them out of all-time great conversations because one of the key factors of being an all-time great is longevity. And at this point, you have these rappers who have had more longevity than some of the people that we have considered to be all-time greats. So they have to be surpassing them. And specifically Drake, Cole, and Kendrick. Whatever anybody thinks about Drake, specifically Drake, Cole, and Kendrick, at this point have to be considered in the upper echelon of the all-time great in the top five conversations at this point.
Nah, I don't. I think only Kendrick. Me personally, I don't think. I think J Cole. I think he get away with releasing a lot of forgettable shit, and you can't. You really can't say I'm lying about that, man. And I fuck with I fuck with Cole.
Yeah, I know you fuck with Cole, but we gotta consider his feature murdering.
But his album, it don't matter if your albums are forgettable. And that's me being polite for real.
Which albums were forgettable? I'll say I'll
But
say I'll say two of I'll say
it's
I'll say
easier to say
two
which
of his
ones
albums.
aren't forgettable. The ones that's not forgettable is prior. Obviously, Born Center and Forest Hills.
Uh-huh.
And after that, it's like, what's really? It's like you got.
No, that what's the name joint? That what's the name joint was hard. The
I
was
like the
it the
KOD. I liked it, but I
yeah.
understand why niggas don't like it. It's one of them type of. An acquired taste album. But other than that, what really stands out?
So you don't even think J. Cole is nearing top 5 status.
He
And you completely eliminating Drake from
he
that
backed out.
possibility.
He backed out. He on top of all that, you had a chance. And man, I say this all the time. You can't say you'll murder all these niggas. You got on everybody, like you said, you got on everybody's shit. Saying you the best rapper. Anybody want smoke could get it, and then you backed out the smoke.
Now, if this is your reasoning, I can agree with that.
That's on top of your albums being mediocre. Like you can't you no like top 5, hell no. Top 10, no. I can't give it to him. If he had better albums under his resume, because if a nigga if a particularly an old head, if an old head come to you and said J. Cole don't got no classic albums, is that really a crazy take?
No. No, yeah, it's a crazy take.
You think it's a crazy take?
Yeah, Forest Hills Drive is a classic.
See, I don't think that's his best one. I think Born
All right, then you got
I
two
think Born
classics
Center
then.
is his best one. But if somebody told me neither of them are classics, I'm not looking at them crazy. Cause what it's not really his shit don't even those albums, like I understand like if an old head said he just a regular rapper in the 90s, I'm not mad at that take.
See, I try. All right. See, this is my thing, right? I've tried to get away from those type of intrusive thoughts because it will disallow you from enjoying that person's art. Because if you think about it in that regard, because all right, I'll say this about J. Cole. When J. Cole first came out, because I was able to look at J. Cole differently than you were. You were really a kid when he came out. So
Yeah, I was
in a
like
way,
11.
I'm not making
10, I was like 10 years old.
right. Right. So in a way, you were even able to kind of even look up to him. Like when I was 11, rappers that were LL Cool J is a perfect example, right? Because he was younger, but yet he was older. He's the type of guy that 11 and 12 and 13-year-olds look up to. So I saw J. Cole different than you did, right? So when I saw J. Cole, I said, because I've always had this thought about younger rappers. Younger rappers, when they do 90 style. I say 90. I'm gonna call it 90 style. When they do 90 style, it's considered like retro and refreshing.
That
But
you know who gave me that feel when they
but hold
first
on, let me
came
finish.
out?
Hold on.
Joey Badass gave me that feel.
Yeah, Joey Badass. Yeah, he's another one. All right, but if you have a new 38-year-old rapper doing the same exact music as J. Cole at that time, like when he was refreshing, doing that same music that he was doing, you're gonna have people saying his style dated. Just because they looking at him as this old, you know what I mean? Because they looking at him differently, you know what I mean? They looking at this young cat is a throwback, you know what I mean? A throwback to the young, you know what I mean? He bringing real rap back. But a 38-year-old can't bring real rap back. They can't do nothing but do the shit they've been doing for the last 20 years, you know what I mean? But that's still buying into what you're saying. But if J. Cole was doing that as a 20-year-old in 1995, he just gonna be a regular rapper.
But that's why I'm not mad at that take, because you can't say it's not true. I mean, you can't say it's true either, but it's like you can't, like, if he came out in 1995 spitting the same shit he did,
Yeah,
he's not going to stand out. And like when
I can agree. I can agree with that.
so how can you
Now
say he's top 5
you can
ever?
say
You can't say that then.
you can you can say that
If to be top 5
over
ever,
the
when you drop,
over the year, but let's also give him credit for his versatility also, because over the years, I'll say the recent years in his feature murdering years, he's been able to hop on any type of beat, any type of flow, and body that shit.
I agree to that.
And I'll say that KOD showed a lot of that versatility as an album. You know what I mean?
I agree to that, but
Yeah, and she said kind of how I see Benny the Butcher today. And Benny is to me, he's like not even really a good example of that, because Benny ain't hit until he was 30. So yes, he's refreshing. Yes, he's a throwback, but he's more of a time capsule than what people saw J. Cole as, because once again, he was so young doing it. So Griselda is more of a time capsule. But yeah, but I think so who were you saying take out of that out of the Mount Rushmore, and because I think all three of us agree with Future. Niggas just skedaddle and don't say Nathan's. That shit is crazy. Yeah, we was gonna finalize that. Who was you saying that should be taken out for Future to add Future to that? Why they got him on JJJ? Okay, the baby was crying. All right. Good looking out, Tasha. No, I was asking, really asking, who was on there again? It was um, it was Andre 3000, uh, Ti, Jeezy, and Ludacris. I think, God damn it, I think that Taheem said that he would take Andre 3000 off. He doesn't believe Andre 3000 should be included because of his lack of solo projects. I say Future replaces Ludacris because Future got to replace one of them. I don't know which one, but he got to replace somebody. No. Jeezy stays, most definitely. Jeezy stays. Ti stays. I don't know who else after that. Jeezy, Ti. I mean, in my eyes, Andre Three Stack stays because he the one that said that the South got something to say. God damn, Greek. The Flute album. I could agree with the 3K note, the Flute album. Okay. This nigga Zach Edey ain't getting no bump. They must have fouled him out. They messed my ticket up with Zach Edey. So it gotta be Luda. I mean that's how I feel. That's how I feel, Rhea. That's definitely how I feel. I don't know who else agrees with that, but I think if that Mount Rushmore was up there and it had Future on there and no Ludacris, I don't think there would be a whole lot of people to disagree with it. But it's crazy how is no other artists on there that have been hot in the last 15, 20 years other than T.I. So and the nerve to nominate it for a Grammy. Talking about the Flute album. The Flute album is always gonna be high comedy. That shit is always gonna be high comedy. You know, them chicks be getting busy in wrestling now. That shit be serious. Ain't
Yo, Bruce, you know you know who J. Cole is?
who's that?
J. Cole career like Grant Hill.
Grand Hill.
Like, like you still a Hall of Famer, but you definitely could have been better.
Nah, nah. Because you gotta compare him to somebody that faded healthy, yo. It gotta be somebody that faded healthy, yo. And still kept on playing, had a long career.
He played damn near. He played what 18 seasons?
Yeah, but it's obvious that that ankle injury took Grant Hill out, yo. Like That shit was like super
That's
obvious.
gonna be him pulling out the beef.
Nah,
That is. Ain't nobody gonna take him serious now. You can't say you the best.
Nah, I'm just trying to think who else I could compare him to. Maybe Paul George, maybe.
I was thinking Paul Pierce for real.
Nah, Paul George.
So you think he ass?
He's Paul George because you gotta think about the ability, how he was looked at. You still got some niggas calling him the GOAT. Yeah, I think Paul George might be perfect. Like
Ain't nobody calling J. Cole the GOAT, man.
he be trying to rationalize, you know what I mean, his issues, you know what I mean, other than the fact you just got killed. I mean, yeah, Paul George.
I definitely feel like what's his name could have been better throughout his career. Like he was third. He Kawhi.
Kawhi. Uh, Kawhi could be a good one. I could see Kawhi. Trying to think. Cause Kawhi dangerous though, yo. Yeah, yeah, Cole dangerous. You know what I mean? He be coming back, seem like he in shape. Yeah. When he in shape, yeah. But you know it ain't gonna last because of some, you know what I mean? Yeah. That's a good one.
But I
These
really
niggas
don't
down
think them
20
niggas
and they hooping
unique.
hard.
But I think Kendrick should be up there.
Yeah, Kendrick, like the more I think about it, and when you use oh good job, Edie. You gotta keep on getting rebounds, yo. The more I think about it and the fact that you said like if he was in a different era, you know what I mean? Like Kendrick would be
Like he stands out any
unique
era.
in any era. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He would be unique in any era, stand out. He could stand up lyrically, everything that you think about a, you know what I mean, about a rapper, you know what I mean? Yeah. I can agree with that. I can agree with that. And what about Drake?
I mean Drake. I feel like Drake is like in a Kanye lane. I I feel like you can't really judge them as because they got writers. Like I feel like that would be
All right.
what you were saying.
Is Drake a writer though?
Yeah, but you could say that about anybody that had writers.
But Kanye ain't no writer if you ask me.
There, Kanye.
Like Kanye can't. All right, this is what I believe. Kanye can't stand alone as a writer. Drake can stand alone as a writer, but it's almost like a hitter that uses steroids.
That's what it is. It's like Barry Bond. That's how I view. Like me, I niggas give me some.
Well, if you can't don't call him Barry Bonds because if you call him Barry Bonds, it's universally in baseball known that before Barry Bonds even thought about touching steroids, that he was probably already the best to start with.
Well, you could say that about Drake. Some people really felt that he was really going to be the goat or was the goat. But
So
at the same time,
at that
listen,
point,
listen.
was he using writers at that point?
Take care. Halfway written by the weekend.
All right, then he can't be Barry Bonds then. Barry Bonds ain't used no steroids in Pittsburgh.
But
That's
that's the
Barry Bonds
thing.
and Take Care is Barry Bonds in
But
Pittsburgh.
that's the kind of that's a twist. Like Drake, can you really can you blame a rapper for having somebody write your R&B song?
All right then, but I'm talking about his raps.
His
I'm
raps,
really
I'll
talking about his
be.
raps.
If you're reading this, it's too late. So, but niggas was saying, niggas was saying after the Nothing Was the Same album and the Take Care album, Drake is one of the goats. But it's weird because it's kind of like you can't. I feel like you can't group him with just rappers because a lot of his shit, why he's great, is because he switch it up.
I can rock with that. Pause.
But even from a rapping standpoint, you can it's disrespectful to put him in the same category as niggas that never had a writer. That's why that shit. It's hard for me to gauge Lil Wayne because that Gilly shit. Whether it's confirmed or not, you hear the cadence. You lying if you say you don't hear it.
I definitely hear it, but even after that,
Yeah, even after that, Wayne had his
I
run, so it's kind of
no. What I'm saying is, even after that, I heard Wayne do that to other people's styles also, and those people definitely didn't write for him. He just took their style and ran with it.
But why would you think Gilly would lie about that?
Because I believe that Gilly has written for Lil Wayne before.
So, but even then, that
I
I
believe
feel like
he probably has written for Lil Wayne. Which rhymes did Gilly say he wrote for Lil Wayne? That came out.
that I don't know. I don't know that deep into it.
W- Now, wouldn't this nigga back on the foul line? God damn. Um, wouldn't that be a main point in his argument? Specifically going to the rhymes that he wrote for him? Or is it always Wayne sound like him?
See that I don't know, but the fact that you saying you think damn, my shit ain't hit.
Yeah, because it's believable.
Damn, that nigga Giannis had 18 rebounds.
Yeah, he went crazy.
Oh,
Yeah, but I'm about to tie this up, yo. I'm about to give me something to eat, man. Watch this last
all right,
game.
man. I'm about to do the same.
All right, my man. Thanks for coming out. And peace. Thank y'all for chatting with us tonight. We be back probably later on this week. Peace. I'm out.